I just met Eilish McCaffrey, and she is awesome, great person with a lot of energy. And well, thanks for coming here and meeting us here in this beautiful
Isn't
day.
it wonderful? Yes.
Yeah,
You're
it's
welcome.
a beautiful day. So, Eilish, please
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about what you do today. I know you're into several projects. I mean, so tell me a little bit more about what you're doing today.
What I'm doing today. Today I'm actually meeting with several companies. You know, what I do today in general, not just today
Yes.
in the next 24 hours, is I consult to companies internationally. So startups that are coming from Europe, Ireland in particular. My name is Irish.
Wow.
So there's companies from Ireland that are looking to be startups here in the U.S. And I am born and raised in New York City and am a U.S.
Great.
person. So I help companies grow. And right now I'm helping international companies. And I also do a lot of pro bono. I do a lot of volunteer work to both help companies grow, but also in the nonprofit sector. I like to give back, not just to take.
This is great. This
Yeah.
is great. About giving back.
Yes.
I believe that's here in the Silicon Valley area in San Francisco. People really have this mentality to give back, like, or at least give without expecting exactly something in exchange from that person. But
Right.
maybe somehow things will come. Do you feel the same way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I do.
Yes.
And partly maybe it's because I just kind of wake up in the morning and I'm grateful. You know, my parents are
Nice.
from Ireland, and I pinch myself sometimes because I'm grateful for the things I have: the house, the car, my cats, and my family and friends. So I particularly live a life of giving back because
Right.
I have choices today. That's why I can do a fair amount of volunteer work and pro bono work, we call it, and then some work that is compensated. Yeah.
And you've always worked in this business sector,
Yeah.
like with technology since early age, always?
All this gray hair is earned. It's life earned. So yes, I have a master's in software engineering from many years ago. I'll date myself, back in the late 70s, where I have a master's in software engineering, where I was one of the first women
Wow.
to be in the class with that sort of focus.
Wow.
And so for the past 30 some odd years, I have been in technology, but probably for the last 15, it's more about business and how do you use technology to transform and change things and create value.
Great. And
Yeah.
talking about being one of the first women in this tech field, how was back then and how it is nowadays? Do you think we have more women in this sector right now? Is it better, or do we still have a long way to go?
Well, both. I think we have a long way to go, but it's much, much better than when it was when I was growing up and when I was first in this industry. The internet has broken down all barriers.
Yeah.
So I'm virtually a part of communities associated with Stanford University, with Europe, with the U.S. business, and I stay here. I can physically be here. And women are predominantly, I'm seeing them come into the fore as engineers, much
Yes.
more than when I was.
Yeah, because sometimes
Career.
women, they are more in the business, like marketing,
Right.
actually.
Right.
And
PR
not,
marketing.
yeah, and not so much in the engineering side.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that we're finding a balance.
Oh, absolutely.
Sounds
There's
good.
many more engineers.
Yes,
Many
it's
more
great.
engineers. Yeah.
And do you have any special projects related to women in entrepreneur women nowadays?
I do. I mean, because, as I said earlier, I've been a proponent of trying to help women grow companies, and sometimes it's helping women just feel that they can.
Good.
So there's some kind of mentorship on just helping you feel like you can do it. So I'm affiliated with an organization called Astia, and it is one that is now international. I'm very proud of being affiliated with it, and I advise women throughout the course of the year, companies that I'm assigned or ones that I like. And I should say that it could be women-founded companies, but men are definitely a participant. I mean, I'm egalitarian. So long as the company and the idea I feel has merit, and I can be excited about it, I want to help.
This is great.
Yeah.
And well, you told me earlier that you're also a biker. You have a motorcycle.
I do.
Yeah. Do you travel a lot?
Do I travel a lot on the
Yes.
motorcycle?
Yes.
I do. And I was worried because I got here from my home using the motorcycle.
Yes.
And I was worried I was having helmet hair because I am vain. And so
You
that's
don't
the
have
challenge.
helmet hair,
Good.
it's okay.
Well, so that's the, I use a motorcycle. It is, I mean, it's certainly dangerous, but it suits me. I have an M3 convertible too. So between the two, I like speed. And I
Great.
also, it fits the personality of an entrepreneur, Virginia, because
Yes.
I don't have to worry about traffic. The traffic is atrocious coming here, but I lane cut.
Yeah.
Now, if my mother sees this, we cut out that part because she doesn't still want to know that I ride a motorcycle at my age. Never mind that I lane cut.
It's really nice that you mentioned like speed. Like
Yeah.
you need speed, and this is really how it feels like for an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs here, there is a speed that is
Adrenaline.
different, adrenaline speed that is different from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And since you work with international companies,
Yes.
do you realize that when companies come from Ireland, for example,
Right.
how different is their speed from Silicon Valley speed?
Interesting. I don't know if it is, there's personal speed. I have a level of intensity and focus, and I see that with a lot of the companies. I think that when I moved from New York to here, for example, I was told that California is laid back.
Oh,
And it's not, because I moved from entrepreneurial environment in New York to entrepreneurial environment here. So the speed of entrepreneurs is generally the same. We
Great.
tend to want to process quickly. I think myself excluded, but we're intelligent people that want to see results quickly. So I think the focus and intensity and energy transcends geography.
Wow,
and so
that's
it's
good.
Yeah, it's very, very fast here too,
Very nice.
and in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are back here. Well, this is real TV, outdoor spaces. Sometimes we get some noise in the background, but we have found a new, different, beautiful spot. So let's keep going with our conversation.
Yes.
Great. I would like to know a little bit more about this willing that you have to connect other people and to help entrepreneurs, especially the ones that are coming from other countries.
Mhm.
Like, when all this started, like this desire to help the others.
From Europe. Well, part of it is the business opportunity because what I do, having been in many startups for years, and is I like to grow things.
Good.
And rather than grow from the U.S. perspective, because there's already a bunch of what's called incubators, and they help companies grow. I was approached by a friend of mine who I had lunch with here at this lovely cafe,
Great.
noisier than usual, but he's from Ireland, and he used to work for the Irish government. And one thing, this is what happens when I follow and do what I love to do, like meet people and just
Talk
learn,
to people,
talk to
yeah.
people. He's the one that suggested and introduced me to the international incubator.
Oh, nice.
And so from there, it's been a delight, you know?
Great.
Yeah, so it was not planned. Many of the things I have done in my life, I
Yes.
had not planned.
Yeah, I think this is good. Like, just follow what is happening and
Yes.
accept it, be open to it, and the
Yeah.
opportunities will come.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
my mantra.
Great. Well, talking about interesting places
Yes.
to meet other people, I know that here at this cafe, you had a lot of interesting meetings along your life, and I would
Mhm.
like to know a little bit more about that. Like, tell me a story of this place. Like,
Of this
cool.
place?
Yeah,
Or- yeah.
something that happened to you here.
Well, just what happened to us here now. You know, I usually choose because I'm a foodie. I usually choose when I meet people
Yeah.
venues where we can break bread, I call it, because I
Good.
work virtually 90% of the time, but I do like to sit down, have a conversation,
Talk, see people.
see
yeah.
people, because I can't tell who you are virtually, and so breaking bread, having a meal is
Great.
important. And so in Silicon Valley in particular, and Silicon Valley encompasses wider geography now, there's several venues that I like that have good food, good atmosphere,
Great.
inside, outside, and many's the time when I walk by, or I wouldn't be surprised while you and I are speaking now, there's probably people that know me that are looking over, because I inevitably, you know, someone will wave and say, "Hi, Eilish."
Nice.
So it's my extended office. Not
Yes.
just this physical place,
Great.
but there's a place in San Francisco, Tartan Bakery, happen to like carbs.
Yes.
So carbohydrates. So there's many stories, but even just the one where I think many friends and colleagues live around here, so we have business meetings.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Really nice.
Absolutely.
And talking a little bit about inspiration now, going outside does help you with the inspiration, and where does come from? Your inspiration come from?
Oh, the inspiration to do what I do.
Yes.
You know, I thought about this, recently for something else that has come up in my life, and my father's been a big inspiration to me.
Great.
Yeah. Because I'm a serial entrepreneur, but he was the first for me. He born and raised in Ireland, and he had nothing when he came to New York City when he met my mom, and he, like myself, dabbled in corporate. So I worked at 10 years with IBM and many years with Johnson & Johnson. That's why I've been around for a while. But my father's been my inspiration because he was my first entrepreneurial example. He was CEO of his own company and
it's
did
good
really
to
well.
have these examples, like someone that you can inspire yourself.
Oh, he inspired
and
me.
it's so great that it's your father, your
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah,
Very nice.
absolutely. He'd be very proud of me, I think.
So you grew up seeing this great entrepreneur, and you decided to become an
Entrepreneur myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. You're either born an entrepreneur or not. The level of complexity, chaos, herding cats, we call it, I guess. But the environment either suits you,
Yeah.
and you're natural,
Yes.
or not. So he was natural, and I am too, I think.
Great. There are nowadays, especially like in the startup world, a lot of techniques that you can learn.
Techniques, yeah.
I would say like phases, methods that you can follow to raise your company and so on. But maybe the entrepreneurial bug is something that is natural. So I would like to know,
Yeah.
what do you consider it's important for someone to be an entrepreneur? What is that thing that makes the difference?
I think it's an internal thing. And this will be Eilish's opinion, but I think that it's an internal drive to want to build something and make something of value.
Yes.
That's not to say that if people in larger companies can't do that, but it has a different scope, So when I was passionate about any of the companies that I've joined or the ones that I work for, passion actually is always the word I use.
Great.
So if I'm passionate about something, and that's where I see it. Entrepreneurs tend to be passionate people. They
And they
believe in what they.
exude this passion, I think.
Well, and we have
Yeah.
to, because we hear no so often that we better be passionate about what it is, but also open
Yeah.
to being coached, to being mentored. To maybe our ideas could use refinement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can be passionate with a sprinkle of humility.
Very nice. So, thanks a lot for all your wise words. It was
Likewise.
really fun, and I mean, we had a lot going on into this interview. We had parades, we had everything coming, and it was great. It was,
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you
coming
for
here and
asking me.
inviting me to this incredible place. I love it.
You're more than
And
welcome.
the food is great.
Yes, and we're going to get coffee next.
Yes.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you.